Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. I am back. My name is Ida and I am your crypto teacher. Welcome to my channel, My Crypto Teacher. I've got all kinds of juicy information for you all today, all kind of updates. The Ethereum merge that was successful. XRP is making inroads with the SEC. I think XRP is going to take those jokers down. We've got a lot of good things about large investment companies that are now getting into crypto. The government has provided some information and framework that they're putting out to the markets. So a lot has been going on. I know that I've been away, but I told you all that I had surgery on my feet. I had surgery on both of my feet. So I've been kind of getting readjusted. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I am still committed to being a crypto investor. I'm going to share some updates and information with you all, and I'll be continuing to bring you my updates like I have in the past for a couple of updates per week. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Ida. I am your crypto teacher. Please click on subscribe because you're going to get a lot of good, valuable information. I try to explain crypto in a very simple way so that everyday people can understand the important components of crypto investing, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. The best thing that I love about crypto right now, even though the market is down, it is down. My portfolio is down. I am not as rich as I was. Yeah, I'm looking for me some more money, but anyway, but I'm not scared. I am not scared. Markets go in cycles. They go up, they go down. The important thing that you always want to remember, you want to buy low, which is now, and then you sell high. The worst thing you can do is buy crypto or traditional assets when they're high, because when they run up, people like me are selling those assets, and when they're low, people like me are buying the assets. And so, for example, Bitcoin was at 69,000 about a year or so ago. Think about the people who bought it at 69,000. Bitcoin now is under $19,000. Okay, so the first thing I want to do a quick market overview. You all know that I use CoinGecko. You can either go to CoinGecko.com or you can use the CoinGecko app. Okay, so first let's take a look at the market. See what we got here. So you can see that the total market cap is $963 billion. Of that $963 billion, you're going to see that Bitcoin has a dominance of 37.6%. That's almost 38%. So that means that of that $963 billion, 38% of that is Bitcoin. Okay. The next thing is the Ethereum dominance is about 17%. So of this 963 billion, Ethereum represents about 17%, which is, if you look down here, look further down, you can see the market cap for Bitcoin is 362 billion. The market cap for Ethereum is 160 billion. So you know those are the two big boys, and that's why people talk about those all the time. Also, you can see Tether, USD coin. Those are stable coins. They will always be $1. They should always be $1. No matter what happens, if Bitcoin goes to 1,000,000, Tether and USD coin will be $1. That's what they're going to be. Somebody asked me about investing in those two tokens, and they're used for other purposes in the crypto market. We'll talk about that at a later time, but they don't budge. All right. Binance USD, same thing. It'll always be $1. It might go to 99 cents or $1.01, but those are what you call stable coins. All right. As you can see, y'all, everything is down. XRP is up because XRP is getting their hand around the SEC, and it looks like XRP may win. They've been involved in a lawsuit with the SEC and Gary Gensler. I think it was some dirty tricks they had going on, but XRP is a survivor. It looks like in a short period of time that XRP, they're trying to get a summary judgment against the SEC. And if they are successful with that, XRP will win their lawsuit. So that's the deal with XRP. You can see all these other tokens. You all can see whatever you own. You can take a look and you can just kind of see where things are. These are some really good prices, in my opinion. In my opinion, just depending on which projects you like, that is what you may decide, you know, what you want to buy. You know, when it comes to Bitcoin, let me talk a little bit about Bitcoin. I know that a lot of people think that Bitcoin runs the world. Now, Bitcoin is the big boy. But here's the thing. I do own Bitcoin, but not the majority of my portfolio is not Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is down about 72% from its high. I finally looked at my portfolio, and my portfolio is down about 58% because I have diversified, and I have a diversified portfolio of altcoins, and I do have a little bit of Bitcoin as well. With Bitcoin, the only thing is Bitcoin, according to all the Bitcoin maxis, is supposed to serve as a hedge to inflation. Well, we all know that inflation is up, and that is the reason why the market is down. So my thing is this: if Bitcoin is supposed to be a hedge to inflation, hedge against inflation, if inflation is up, shouldn't Bitcoin be up? If inflation is up, how can Bitcoin be down? That's one thing. Another thing is, I heard some other Bitcoin maxis talking about using Bitcoin as a currency. And so if you use Bitcoin as a currency, will the value that they say is going to be there really be there? I just think it is very, very risky to put the majority of your money into one coin token. I don't care what it is. I believe in diversifying in my traditional investments that I have in the stock market. Like I own Amazon, I own Home Depot, I own Google, Microsoft. So I believe in diversification. I'm not going to put all of my money into one asset. That is just too freaking risky. You don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. So you must diversify. So I just will caution people about putting all of their money into Bitcoin. I know a lot of the crypto YouTubers highly encourage people to put their money into Bitcoin, all of it. And I'm just saying, first of all, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you what I do with my own portfolio, what I do with my own investments, and what some of my investment techniques are. So all of my eggs are not in one basket because we don't know what's going to happen, okay? All right, so you can see the market. I am really not buying much now. I own a substantial amount of crypto. In all transparency, I owe the IRS a ton of money. So I decided to sell some of my crypto because I was deep into profit. So I did sell some so I could pay that tax bill. I just wanted to get the IRS off my back. I'm sick of Uncle Sam. They would just track you down. And so that's that, all right? One project I am interested in, I've become really interested in BNB. The BNB token right now is selling for $267 for one. And so I have been accumulating some of that, and that's it really. I'm really not buying much. I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Okay. Now let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. For you all who haven't seen this, the Fear and Greed Index measures how people feel emotionally about the crypto market. Okay. So the lower the number on the index, the more afraid people are of the market. Now, the lower the number is on the index, the lower the cost of the assets. So what I do typically, I typically purchase when we are in a lot of fear. When people are very fearful, that is when I buy. I only buy projects that I have conviction in. And so when we get to fear and extreme fear, I'm buying. I'm waiting for it to drop a little bit more. And if you take a look down here at the crypto, and I'll link this in the description so you can see it. But if you look at the crypto fear and greed index over time, look at the 1 month. The 1 month, you can see that it just goes back and forth. It's in a range from 20 to 30. And both of those are fear. So look at 1 year. Whoa. So if you see the 1 year, you can see back in September of 2021, it was at 80. And that was the time when the market had taken off and everything was very high. And that was the time to sell. And so what typically happens, you can see down back in June when it dropped really, really low, you can see how people were really, really scared. It got down to like 7. When the index is at 7, I am buying. I am all in at 7, okay? So you all can see that people are scared, but they're not scared to death. They're scared, but not scared to death. Now, I do think the market will continue to trend downwards. I don't think it'll go down all at once, but I do think that we have plenty of time for the market to go down. And I'm going to share a couple of articles with you that has some timeline information, and you'll see why I've come to that conclusion. All right. Next, you already know tomorrow, the FOMC meetings, they typically last 2 days. And what Jerome Powell does, who is the Fed chair, they typically announce rate increases or decreases if they're going to do a decrease, but in this case it'll be an increase. They typically announce these on the day 2 of the meeting. We know that the rates are going to go up tomorrow because inflation is still up. The primary role of the FOMC is to keep inflation intact and to keep inflation as low as possible. So the Fed likes inflation to be somewhere around the 2 to 3% mark. We're currently at 8%. So that means the Fed chair will continue to raise interest rates. And that's going to put downward pressure on the crypto market and the traditional financial market. So there is Jerome Powell. And basically, the 2-day FOMC meeting, it began on Tuesday today. The committee headed by Jerome Powell is expected to announce a 75 basis points interest rate hike on Wednesday. And some economists say it might be 100 basis points. So if you're a math person, 75 basis points is 3/4. So take $1. And if a dollar has 4 quarters, so 75 basis points is 3/4. 100 basis points would be 4/4 or the whole dollar. So 75 basis points is 0.75. 100 basis points is 1. So if the current interest rates for mortgages are 6%, if the rates go up 75 basis points, the rates will be 6.75. If the rate increases 100 basis points, mortgage rates will be 7%. And we know that 7% is more than double what they were just 6 months ago. Okay, so that shows you how substantial that is. And it also has an impact on your credit cards as well. Okay, all right, so I wanted you all to see that. That's Jerome Powell doing his thing. Rates are going to go up. Now, let me talk a little bit. I'm going to shift. I'm going to talk about some legislation and some framework about crypto from the White House. Now, this video is going to be a little bit long because I've been away, but I just want to get you all some good information and get you up to speed about what's going on in the market so you can make your decisions. Now, I still believe in crypto. I am investing in crypto for the long term. Long term for me can be 3 to 5, 7 years. I just feel like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You cannot time the market. You cannot time the market. You don't know when it's going to go up, when it's going to go down. You just have to dollar cost average. Don't put all your money in the market. at once. Just buy some, a small amount, a small amount, a small amount. That is my strategy, and that's what I do. This is not financial advice. You know what your financial situation is and what you can afford to invest, if you're even investing. It's still good to learn and understand about crypto. All right, so Binance, the CEO, his name is, I always call him CZ because he has a hard name to pronounce. But the Binance CEO, Changpeng Zhao, commended the digital assets reports released by the Biden administration that aim to offer a policy framework for cryptocurrencies. Now, let me tell you all about CZ. This man is brilliant. There are some people in the crypto market that are just brilliant. CZ is one of them. That's why I began to accumulate the BNB token. He is going to be a major player in this space. I don't care how it ends up. CZ, Sam Bankman-Fried, Brian Armstrong, he's so-so. Vitalik Buterin, Charles Hoskinson. These guys they're just geniuses. That's why I'm a Cardano girl. I love Cardano. I would not bet against Charles. Vitalik, these guys are they're just brilliant, just hands down, okay? So when they say something, I tend to believe it because they have done a tremendous amount of research and they just know what they're talking about. So he praises the asset reports when a lot of people in the industry were kind of critical of it. And let's take a look and see what's in this report. So primarily, basically, the Biden White House has just released its first ever framework on what crypto regulation in the U.S. should look like. Guys, they're still working it out. They are still ironing out things. I'm going to put all of these articles in the description so you can read them in full if you want to, because you should. But basically, one section of the White House's new framework on crypto regulation focuses on eliminating illegal activity in the industry. Also, the president will evaluate whether to call upon Congress to amend the Bank Secrecy Act, anti-tip-off statutes, and laws against unlicensed money transmitting to apply explicitly to digital asset service providers, including digital asset exchanges and non-fungible token platforms. So they're beginning to get an understanding about, because they're talking about NFT platforms differently than they're talking about the other digital assets. That tells you right there that the government is developing an understanding of crypto, which is good. Also, the president is also looking into whether to push Congress to raise the penalties for unlicensed money transmitting, as well as potentially amending certain federal statutes to allow the Department of Justice to prosecute digital asset crimes in any jurisdiction where a victim of those crimes is found. In terms of next steps, so look at this timeline. Treasury will complete an illicit finance risk assessment on decentralized finance by the end of February 2023 and an assessment of non-fungible tokens by July 2023. So, see, you have time. I've got time. You don't have to. This regulation, guys, is going to be slow. We may be into another administration. It may be another administration by the time that crypto gets regulation. So you have time for investments. And so that's a good thing. It's a good thing. They're working on it. One other thing, the White House does recommend creating a digital dollar. The Biden administration is moving closer to developing a digital currency for the U.S., saying it will help strengthen the nation's role as a global financial leader. Today, they released a framework outlining the regulation of digital assets, including cryptocurrency and other items of value that exist in digital form. That's really good. So they're beginning to build a separate case for the different digital assets, which is good. All right, let's keep going. Now let's go on to some really, really fantastic news. How about this? Guys, I'm telling you, they're going to steal our money. Schwab, Citadel Securities, Fidelity, and other Wall Street firms start a crypto exchange. Yes. See what I'm saying? This downward pressure on the market is giving them an opportunity to buy at cheap prices. Schwab, the Citadel Securities, and Fidelity, and some other Wall Street firms, guys, stuff is going on in the background. That's why I'm not selling. Now, I did sell some, because I had a lot of profit, so I could. But I'm holding on to the majority of my crypto because I believe that it will rebound, all right? And here's my final article. Check this out. Nasdaq starts crypto custody service for institutional clients. First, what is custody service? So a custody service is when, if you invest in crypto, and I've explained to you all how crypto has a private key. And remember, with that private key, if you lose that key, you lose the crypto. So what companies are wanting to do is the Nasdaq wants to be a custody for institutional investors. Institutional investors do not want to be responsible for maintaining those private keys that keep their crypto safe. So a custody service is a storage and security service where a company will maintain the private keys for an investor for a fee. Coinbase does that a lot, and so they're going to be NASDAQ will be competing with Coinbase as a custody firm. And that's a big deal. If the Nasdaq is getting into crypto, custodying crypto, that tells you crypto is not going anywhere, and that is just fantastic news. Basically, Nasdaq, the second largest U.S. stock market operator, is starting a cryptocurrency custody service as it aims to cash in on the demand from institutional crypto investors. That is major, all right? Here's what they acknowledge, and this is why I'm telling you all, guys, get great projects. Demand among institutional investors for engaging in digital assets has increased in recent years, and Nasdaq is well positioned to accelerate broader adoption and drive sustainable growth. They're not going to get into this if it's not profitable. So this is great news. So that's enough. That's enough for today. Whoa, that's enough. I am back. Please, if you haven't already, click on subscribe. Subscribe. We're going to have fun. We're going to be making money in this. Just hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. So my name is Ida. I am your crypto teacher. Please click on subscribe and share. Share with your friends and your family so they can go ahead and learn about crypto right now. Share, 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 share. All right. I will see you all in a couple of days. I am out.